Hey everybody, welcome back to the Mana Burn. Today we're going to be opening up a Zendikar Rising Collector's Booster Box for patron Charles, and he went ahead and sponsored this box for us. So let's see what we can get for him in these 12 packs. Hopefully we can get something pretty good here. Obviously we're going to get our two box toppers. Hopefully no damage or bends or anything. Uh-oh. Box doesn't want to open. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Our two box toppers here for him. And so again, if you're interested in sponsoring any videos, by all means, hit me up in the Discord or check us out, or check out Patreon, obviously, would be the best way. You could check out the description below for the Discord, the website, and everything else that we've got going on. So without further ado, let's see what we can get for Charles. And again, we're not going to go through these first few. We know they're all commons and uncommons. He's going to get every card that's in this, of course. So we've got an island with, a mythic. Agadeem's Awakening. One of the better mythics in the set here. X triple black. Return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of target creature cards that each have a different converted mana cost X or less. And then it flips over to the Undercrypt. You can have it come in untapped for if you pay 3 life and tap it for black mana. So nice borderless mythic to start off. We'll put that up to the side. Now we have a Royal Chaser, which is a legendary human wizard for blue-red for 1/2 with flying and haste. And you can tap it. The next instant or sorcery spell this turn costs X less to cast, where X is the number of wizards you control. All right, not bad. It's a nice little foil rare. Now that we have a common, uncommon, boom. All right, and a Crack Crown Pathway. Nice. So this is the one that taps for red or for green, because it turns into the Timber Crown Pathway. Nice. Okay. Keep that off to the side as well. Then we have our Skyclave Squid, and let's see. It's a rare Scute Swarm. Well, it didn't get banned like everybody thought, but so 2 and a green for a 1/1 landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you create a 1/1 insect creature token. If you control 6 or more lands, create a copy of Scute Swarm instead. All right, not bad. So put these off to the side here. All right. I'm not going to go through. If we get a duplicate card or something like that, I'll go through it. But there's not a ton of, rares and uncommons or anything to really go through. So we're not going to spend too much time on those. Plains. Now we have a Coveted Prize, which is 4 and a black. And it costs 1 less for each creature in your party. You search your library for a card, put it into your hand, shuffle your library. If you have a full party, you may cast a spell with CMC 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. And we have another rare, Throne of Makindi. This is the one you can tap for colorless, or you could tap it to put a counter on it, and you remove a counter from it, and add 2 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only to cast kick spells. God, this would be so good if it didn't have that kick spells part at the very end of it. All right, so we have a common and uncommon, or uncommon. And let's see. Oh, it's a Lotus Cobra showcase art. Nice. And it's a 1 and a green for a 2/1. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. Then we have our foil. And let's see, do we have an expedition? Nope. It's a Verazal the Split Current, which is X green blue for 0/0 legendary creature serpent. Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each mana spent to cast it. And whenever you cast a kick spell, you may remove 2 +1/+1 counters from it. If you do, copy that spell and choose new targets. All right, so that's our first box topper. With the borderless foil. All right, so what do we have here in pack number 3 for Charles? All right, got our Forest and a Nahiri's Lithoforming, which is X and 2 red, and it says sack X lands. For each land sacked this way, draw a card. You may play X additional lands this turn. Lands you control enter the battlefield tapped. All right, not too bad, I guess. And now we have a Mythic Nahiri, Hair of the Ancients. So there's a lot of text to read. I'm not going to read every one of that. You can pause the video there. Not the best Planeswalker or Mythic in the set, but we'll take it. It's better than no Mythic. Then we have a Felidar Retreat. This is probably my favorite. It's my favorite landfall card. 3 and a white. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, choose one. You create a 2/2 cat beast token, or you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain vigilance until the end of turn. That's an awesome showcase there. We get our foil, then it's a Mythic, Seagate Restoration. So another box topper Mythic, 4 triple blue. Draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand +1. You have no max hand size for the rest of the game, or you can tap it for pay 3 life and have it come in as a island. Okay, making sure I didn't mess anything up here. And so far we have not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so now we have 2 box toppers, 1 Mythic, 1 non-Mythic. We'll keep this down here with the Mythics actually. All right, we've got our mountain here with a Myriad Construct. It's a 4/4 for 4, kicker 3. If it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each non-basic land your opponents control. So it could be pretty big, especially in Commander. When it becomes a target of a spell, sack it and create a number of 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature tokens equal to its power. I think it's a pretty powerful card in Commander. And then we have Inscription of Abundance. This is the best inscription in my opinion. It's 1 in a green, kicker 2 colorless in a green, and you choose one, and if it was kicked, you could choose any number. So you could put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature. You can gain X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control, or target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Very nice. Now we have our common and or uncommons with, all right, a Bright Climb Pathway, the black-white one. Nice. I like this artwork on that swamp. And now we have a pickaxe. Let's see. We're going to slow roll. Oh, it's Aura Skyclave Hierophant, 2 white black for a 3/3 with lifelink. And whenever he or another cleric you dies, return target cleric card with lesser CMC from your graveyard to the battlefield. Not bad. Obviously better in your aristocrat decks where you're running a lot of clerics, obviously. All right, let's see what's next. No expedition so far, but, you know, we're still early on. So, boom, a Thieving Skydiver. This, I think, is a great card. Colorless blue for a 2/1. It says kicker X. X can't be 0. It's a flyer. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, gain control of target artifact with converted mana cost X or less. If that artifact is an equipment, attach it to Thieving Skydiver. But let's say for 3 mana, so it's colorless and a blue, kicker 1, you could get a Mana Crypt, a Soul Ring, so much stuff. So good. Now we have Orn Reef Ooze, which is 2 and a green for a 2/2. And it enters when it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. When it attacks, you put a +1/+1 counter on an attacking creature that already has a +1/+1 counter on it. A little bit too much going on with that card, in my opinion. Ooh, it's a Mythic. Nice. Nissa, Shadowed Boss. Again, I'm going to let you guys read this because there's just so much on it. So go ahead and pause the video and read that if you'd like. Again, I think this is one of the best Mythics in the set. So we've got 4 Mythics so far. Come on, let's see. Expedition. Oh, it's an Expedition. Which one is it? Boom. Creeping Tar Pit. One of the man lands. So not one of the most expensive ones in the set, but still, look at that. It is gorgeous. I'm going to sleeve all these up as soon as the video is done, so Chuck will know they're going to be in good shape when he picks them up later this week, so I'm not too stressed. I know he isn't either. All right, so we've got an island to start with, and Ondu Inversion. 6 and 2 white, destroy all non-land permanents. Or, I don't want to give away the next card. Oh, wow. It's the same card back to back. Okay, so let's take a look. We have a full art and we have regular art. Obviously, the full art looks much nicer. But still, not bad pulls. Not bad pulls. Oops, I almost cheated there. A Needle Verge Pathway. So this is the third one we've got, and this is the red-white one. Boros. Okay. And let's see, can we get another expedition? No. It's a rare Relic Robber. So Relic Robber is 2 and a red for a 2/2 with haste. When it deals combat damage to a player, that player gets a 0/1 colorless Goblin Construct artifact creature token with this creature can't block. And at the beginning of your upkeep, this creature deals 1 damage to you. So that's kind of nice. It's always fun to be able to deal damage to people without having to actually do anything. And oh, too bad it's colorless. If it was red, that'd be amazing with Torbran. That'd be hilarious. All right, we have a Kaza Royal Chaser. So we got the regular foil version. Now we have the full art non-foil. Boom. And another Bright Climb Pathway. This is the white-black one that we got earlier in the box. Cool. All right, let's go. And a Skyclave Shade. Again, so much text on these. But it's 1 in a black for a 3/1. Kicker 2 in a black. It can't block. And if it was kicked, it gets 2 +1/+1 counters. And whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, if Skyclave Shade is in your graveyard and it's your turn, you may cast it from your graveyard this turn. So put that one over here. Ruin Crab. Beautiful foil Ruin Crab showcase art. Let's see. It's a Bright Climb Pathway. So we've got every version of the Bright Climb Pathway. We've got the full art foil, the non-foil full art, and we got the regular version foil. So I guess we need the non-foil regular version to have all 4 versions of the card. But I think Chuck would rather have another one of the foil box topper versions instead. All right, Cragplate Ballast, 5 and 2 green for a 6/6 kicker 2 red, or 2 with a green, sorry. This spell can't be countered. It's got hexproof and haste, and if it was kicked, it comes in with 4 +1/+1 counters. So basically, for 10 mana, you can get a 10/10 with hexproof and haste. Not horrible. Oops, put that in the wrong spot. Now we have the Valakut Exploration, which is 2 and a red. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you exile top card of your library, and you may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. At the beginning of your end step, if there are cards exiled with this, put them into their owner's graveyard. Then Valakut Exploration deals that much damage to each opponent. I mean, you know, I'm sure it could find a way into a lot of decks. Ooh, it's a mythic. Morog, Fury of a Comb. 4 red for a 6/6, and each creature you control gets a +1/+0 for each time it is attacked this turn. Landfall, whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures you control. I already know quite a few decks that Chuck can put that in right away. And then we have our Prowling Felidar with, it's not an expedition, but Null Priest of Oblivion. Again, this is probably my favorite. Well, it's Null Priest, and it's also the Thieving Skydiver. These are probably 2 of my favorite rares in this set. But it's 1 in a black for 2/1, Menace Lifelink, kicker 3 in a black, and if it was kicked, you can return any creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sorry, I just think that's an extremely, extremely strong mechanic. For 4 mana, you go and you get a Sheoldred, or you're playing black-green, you go get Craterhoof. I mean, it's just such a strong card. Playing black-white even, get Luminous Broodmoth back. Ooh, we have a mythic. Oboon, Moldiah Ancestor. So this is actually from the Commander set. This is the full art. At the beginning of combat on your turn, up to 1 target land you control becomes an XX elemental creature with trample and haste until the end of turn, where X is Oboon's power. Then it's still a land. Landfall, whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Pretty cool. It's another mythic. We'll take it. Now we have Coral Helm Chronicler, 2 and a blue for 2/2. Whenever you cast a kick spell, draw a card, discard a card. When this enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a card with a kicker ability from among them and put into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. All right, we've got our common and uncommons now. I just need to stack these up. There we go. The Canyon Jerboa, little mouse. Let's see, a rare. All right, River Glide Pathway. So this is the blue-red land. This is the 4th one we've gotten. Very nice. Okay. Not bad at all. And let's see. It's a rare Maul of the Skyclaves, 2 and a white. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 flying and first strike. So powerful. 3 mana. So powerful. That's a really good equipment card right there. Sorry, I need to take a drink. 3 packs to go, and then we got our 2 box toppers. Okay, let's see. We've got our planes. Is it a mythic? Nope. Luminarch Aspirant, 1 and a white for a 1/1. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Tabarax, Hope's Demise, 2 and a black for a 2/2 with flying. And it has lifelink as long as it has 5 +1/+1 counters on it or more. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you put a +1/+1 counter on Tabarax. If that creature was a cleric, you may draw a card. If you do, you lose 1 life. Our common uncommon. Valakut Exploration. So this is the showcase art. We got that card a little bit earlier. Let's see. Come on, Expedition. Nope. It's a mythic. Boom. Wow. Wow, this has got to be the top mythic, or yeah, this will end up, I think, in my opinion, this will be the top mythic in the set moving forward. I know the, oh geez, I'm drawing a blank, but I know that the other one is up there, the green-white or the landfall guy, but this guy's so good. Beautiful card, man. All right, so for 4 mana, you can cast this legendary artifact, and then for 2. You can tap it and copy, activate or trigger ability you control and choose new targets. 3, and tap it, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control and choose new targets. 4, copy target permanent you control. Such a good card. Wow, what a hit, man. That's more expensive than the Expedition that we got so far. It's more expensive than that Creeping Tar Pit, I'll tell you that. All right, so we've got a swamp. Oh, Glasspool Mimic, 2 and a blue for a 0/0. May have it enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control, except it's a shapeshifter and rogue in addition to its other types. So basically a clone. And you can tap, bring it in for blue mana as well. Boom, Turn Timber Symbiosis, another mythic. 4 triple green. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. If that card has a CMC 3 or less, it enters with 3 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Put the rest on the bottom. This card, I was so wrong. I thought that this said that the card in the top 7 had to be CMC 3 or less. But it says, look at the top 7. You may put a creature from among them onto the battlefield. This is going to be so good in so many ETB decks. Yarick. I'm building a rune deck that is definitely going to fit in. So nice. Another mythic. Wow. Let's see. It's a rare. Needle Verge Pathway. We've got this one earlier. And let's see. Come on, Expedition. It's an Expedition. All right. Copperline Gorge. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Well, it's another Expedition. I know it's not the biggest hit, but if you include the Expeditions in here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mythics so far. 2 Expeditions and 8 other mythics. We're in our last pack here. All right. We've got an island. All right, so we have a Charix, the Raging Isle. This one's getting lots of play as well. or is going to have lots of play, I should say. 2 colors, 2, and then blue for 0-17. Spells your opponents cast that target it cost 2 colorless more. And you can tap 3, and he gets +X, -X until the number, or until the end of turn, where X is the number of islands you control. Even if you keep him at a 0-17, put him in a mill deck like with Nemesis of Reason and Phoenix. So powerful. Boom. And then we have Yarshan or Yasharn. I don't know. Implacable Earth. 2 green-white for a 4/4. When it enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic forest and basic plains and put them into your hand. Players can't pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. So it's a nice little card to help shut down your opponents. All right, come on. Let's get one more mythic. Boom. Scute Swarm. So we've got the showcase version and we have the foil version. All right, come on. What do we got? It's a rare Throne of McKindy. Box topper rare. Our last rare of the box. We got this one earlier actually as well as just a regular foil. All right. Awesome. So let's see. 8 mythics, 2 expeditions. We're going to get 2 more. So it's going to be a 12 mythic box, I guess, technically, right? Wow, I know it's a long video, guys, but this has been worth it. All right. Oh, come on. And we've got, boom, Dark Slick Shores. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Okay, come on. I want a Scalding Tarn, a Misty Rainforest, Cavern of Souls, an Ancient Tomb. Let's go. Let's get one of the big hitters here. All right, Chuck, let's get one of the big hitters for you, bud. Boom. Morphic Pool, actually. Okay, good one. Morphic Pool, one of the Battle Bond lands. So definitely blue-black was represented. Wow, so awesome. 8. So we got 4 expeditions, 2 foil. We had 8 mythics. Wow, Chuck, what a box, buddy. Awesome job. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody watching. Again, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the other videos and check out the links in the description for the Discord and Patreon information. You guys have a great day. Thanks.